Hey there, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Flash for the Win. Welcome back to another StarCast TV commentary. It's been a while since I've done a cast, but luckily finals are over for the semester. I'm on break now, so I'm happy to be back casting a little bit of StarCraft for y'all today. Today we've got a wonderful best of one between Stork here as the red Protoss on Polypoid versus Rush, our brown Terran player here at the top left-hand spawn. So TVP, we're going to be playing on the map Polypoid. With the middle only close base, I think the Terrans can actually play pretty aggressively on this map, going for some kind of early timing attack off of 3 bases with that early 3rd base because of how accessible it is. Not quite as easy as a 3rd base like Fighting Spirit having, you know, that extra gas, but at the very least you do get that mineral only. It's a great staging point for a rally of your army, and because it's on a high ground area with ramps going down on either side, putting tanks up there on the high ground with mines all over the ramps makes it pretty difficult for Protosses to attack into those expansions. That being said, there are a reasonable amount of ridges on this map. Stork being renowned for being a good carrier player, I definitely expect maybe for him to go into that. But then again, I don't actually think that carriers have been that popular these days in Terran vs Protoss matchups. We see Rush here already revealing his intentions this game of going with a 1-Rax fast expand with the barracks on the low ground. We will definitely be seeing the command center bunker all before gas. And it's interesting to see that the 1-Rax fast expand has actually come back as a very popular build order in the TVP matchup. You know, before everyone was trying to play really safe, going for the factory bunker expand, kind of a build that surfaced about, I don't know when it surfaced, maybe a year and a half, 2 years ago, but now players are going back to this 1-Rax fast expand. I think that they've noticed that Protosses these days are going for more passive play, and that they can get away with these much faster command center builds. And Stork's going to be coming in here to scout out this 1-Rax fast expand. Immediately he's going to know exactly what's going on, and we're going to see here if he's going to opt for a faster second gateway, or is he just going to go ahead and opt for that faster nexus. He does have 3 guys still on gas right now, starting up that Dragoon range, so it looks like he's going to decide to... Well, actually he hasn't revealed his intentions just yet. We definitely know it's not going to be any kind of, you know, Reaver Rush or DT Rush. He is getting that Goon range going for him, as well as the fact that Terran has not yet scouted this position yet. Oh, I completely missed the Zealot, actually. I was wondering why the Goon range is actually so late. There answers my question. Zealot is out, killed an SCV, nice job there. It is quite badly damaged, so I don't expect Stork to try to go for any more kind of aggression with this one Zealot. He is going to wait for that Dragoon to come in here. And with the 3 Marines trying to push back the Zealot, he's got to be a little bit careful here because the Dragoon is coming. The bunker has not yet started. There are 4 Marines here, which can take down the Dragoon. A little bit of mismicro there from Stork. He will manage to pick off one of these Marines, but the Zealot will end up going down. He is taking quite a bit of hull damage here on this Dragoon. Dragoon taking quite a bit of damage, but at the very least he will force more Marines from Rush because he killed off the initial 3 Marines, and now these Marines are going to try to chase down this Dragoon, but they, again, do have to be careful. Another Dragoon is on the way. Meanwhile, Stork back at home is going to go ahead and grab his natural of his own now, and still coming out here to the front, taking 1 Marine down to 10 HP, so that Marine's got to be a little bit careful. Rush should probably play a little bit more passively here. The factory is only halfway done, so there is an opportunity here for when that first tank comes out for Stork to really get some good pressure down, especially because by the time that tank comes out, I think that Stork will have enough Dragoons there to run by and try to snipe off the tank. He does have 3 Goons out on the map right now. 4th Dragoon is on the way, and I think that by the time, you know, that 4th Dragoon makes its way to the natural, the tank will be out, and so he can go for that run by, and remember that 4 Goons do 2-shot a siege tank. So Rush is going to have to be very careful about that. Now, that being said, he does have a really nice wall off here. As you can see, he can position the tank like right here behind that wall, and the goons will almost never be able to take it down. But meanwhile, we will be seeing the robotics facility with the Citadel of Adun. So Stork is going, I guess, for a DT drop. This is a very early Citadel. I don't expect this to be Arbiter's quite yet. He definitely needs that fast second gas for Arbiter tech. But yeah, here it goes. The Templar Archive is going down right now. It'd be really funny if you went for like a stove build here, getting that Stargate out, building a scout. But I don't expect Stork to do something like that. Siege mode on the way, first tank on the way, and yeah, we're going to be seeing here when that Fort Dragoon is there. There's the Fort Dragoon. We'll see if Stork goes for that kind of aggressive play. The barracks is being lifted here. I think he's just trying to reposition himself a little bit closer to the tank. Yeah, the tank will be able to come into this area now and micro back and forth. And we're going to have to see Stork's decision here. And, you know, obviously killing off that first tank is really big for Protoss. It means that Terran can't even do anything for the next, like, 4 to 5 minutes of the game, losing those initial tanks, because the Protoss will snowball the Dragoon count, and Terrans will have a very difficult time of ever trying to leave their base. That being said, yeah, we will be going to that DT drop. Shuttle is almost out here. Dark Templar is on the way. Engineering Bay is being started here for Rush. I do think that it will be just in time to deal with these DTs here. It is getting a little close for comfort. This could be like almost Firebat Hero-esque turrets, like in Terran versus Zerg when the Mutalisks come out. But the DTs are loaded now. The E-Bay is just about to finish. He's going to have to throw down those missile turrets immediately, right when this E-Bay finishes, for him to be safe. And will he drop those missile turrets down? Alright, there's one missile turret in the middle line now at the main base. One here, kind of in between the rally point and the factories, and one going down there at the front. So not too many weak points here for the DTs to come in. I guess maybe he could go after the starport here. That being said... Okay, so here come the DTs. That being said, there is a Wraith coming out of that starport, which means the shuttle cannot really come in here and deal too much more damage, because obviously... Looks like a Vulture snuck in. Obviously, if the Wraith picks off the shuttle, these DTs are going to be stranded here inside of the base. So Stork does have to be careful. Not sure if he saw the starport, but I think he probably can suspect that some kind of anti-air is coming out. He's got to move the shuttle back here. Interestingly, if a probe is out here in the middle of the map, I'm not really sure what this is doing. Maybe getting a pylon down for scouting purposes. Stork's going to pick up that SCV. Kills Panda Bear guy. Unfortunate. And the third base is coming down. So, again, very standard build from... or not standard build, because obviously DT drops not quite standard, I would say, but... he is trying to get back into that macro game. Probably will suspect him. He's going to drop down a couple more gateways soon. He is going to use, obviously, that DT tech, the fast DT tech, to go into Stargate immediately. And he does have a couple of DTs here. That's what I'm talking about. He does end up losing the shuttle. He will manage to pick off this armor. He's going to delay those upgrades for Rush for a significant period of time. Might be able to even manage to get on top of this refinery and pick it off. The DT's going to try to run by here. Not quite sure what this move was for. I guess he was just using the DTs for scouting information. But that being said, picking up that armory is actually very, very important here. He's going to be able to slow down those Terran upgrades for forever. You know, armories do take a while to build. That armory was, I would say, probably like a third of the way done when he managed to pick it off. And so Rush is going to have to restart that armory ASAP. And in fact, he's not. He's just going to transition into a pseudo all-in here. Very aggressive push. He's got 6 factories down right now. We'll see if he adds on a 7th. But again, no +1 means the 7th factory doesn't quite work as well. But it just looks like he's just going to go for a big push here. He does have scan for potential DTs. He's got 6 tanks so far, and he's now just rallying vultures across the map here. And this is going to be a very scary push. Will Stork have enough Dragoons here to hold off? Remember, he did go into that fast Stargate. He does not have that many gateways out quite just yet. 6 gateways total. And actually, a Vulture drop came in here and managed to pick off a couple probes, it looks like. But here we go. Stork is going to try to cut off the reinforcements here. He's going to be able to pin these tanks here against this high ground area. And the Dragoons are going to be able to get in here, pick off 2 of those tanks in exchange for 2 Dragoons. A really worthwhile trade there from Stork. He's just going to try to slow down those reinforcement vultures here with the Dragoons, doing a great job of trying to get in between those that main army right here, as well as the reinforcements. And Rush is going to be in a little bit of a precarious position here. How is he going to play out this when his army is going to be cut in half? He's just going to go ahead and try to surround and cut off these couple of goons here. Going to try to lay spider mines down into the path here of Stork. Will Stork be able to get in, out? And he will. Loses 1 goon, but he is starting to buy himself a little bit of time. Ooh, no observer here, picking off a couple of these Dragoons here. And Rush's push is starting to look a little bit scary now that he's managed to secure himself his supply line of reinforcements. And Stork's Dragoons are completely out of position right now. I don't even know if he has Zealot leg upgrades. No, he does not. Zealot leg upgrades hasn't even been started here on the production tab. He's going to be forced here to pull probes right now. Will the Dragoons on the high ground be able to get in here and do enough damage right now? The tanks behind are dealing so much damage, and with pure goon, it's not looking really good right now. The probes are being pulled. He's got 1 tank at 1 HP, and that's going to be GG. Rush with that 6 factory. He's going to secure this game for himself. Stork just... his macro just wasn't there, I guess, you know? Definitely miscued there, especially after he picked off that armory. Maybe he should have played a lot safer there, tried to macro up, get a couple more gateways out. Sitting on 6 gateways there against 6 factories is definitely not where you want to be as a Protoss player. You got to be ahead on that production. But that'll be it. Thanks for watching for this Stork versus Rush best of 1 game, and hopefully we'll see you guys for the next game. We'll see you then. Bye-bye.